Am I the asshole for not giving my husband my escape money when I saw that we were financially struggling? I'm a 34-year-old female, have recently ran into a situation with my husband, who's a 37-year-old male, and I'm curious about if I am the asshole here or not. So me and my husband have been together for 8 years, married for 7. When I got married, my mother came to me privately and talked about setting aside money as a rainy day escape fund if worse came to worse. My husband has never shown any signs of being dangerous and rarely even gets upset, but the way my mother talked about it, it seemed like a no-brainer to have.
Your money is her money, and her money is her money. It doesn't matter that all the money in her escape fund came from her secretly stealing it from her husband.
When me and my husband, I really don't like that. When my husband and I got together, we agreed I would be a stay-at-home wife. We are both child-free, so that was never a concern. My husband made a comfortable mid-six-figure salary. All was good until about 2 years ago. He was injured at work in a near-fatal accident. Between hospital bills and a lawsuit that we lost that ate up nearly all of our savings, I took a part-time job while my husband was recovering. But when he fully recovered, we transitioned back into me being unemployed, as my husband insisted that it was his role to provide. He currently is working 2 full-time jobs and Ubers on his off days to keep us afloat. Here is where I might be the asshole. I do all of the expense management and have continued to put money into my escape account, although I significantly decreased from $750 a month to just $200 a month.
That guy is amazing. Everything collapses on him, yet he gets up, gets 3 new jobs, and she's still planning on leaving him. She clearly does not deserve a man like that, especially when she's been stealing money from him for years.
My husband came home exhausted one night and asked about downsizing because the stress of work was going to kill him. I told him downsizing would not be an option, as I had spent many years making our house a home, and offered to go back to work.
What you should have done is use the $47K that you stole to help resolve the current financial troubles you're facing, rather than watching your husband suffer as you continue to steal money from him.
He tried to be nice, but basically told me that me going back to work wouldn't make enough. After an argument, my husband went through our finances to see where we could cut back. He was confused when he saw that I had regular recurring withdrawals leading back years and asked me about it. I broke down and revealed my money to him,
My money.
which now sits at about $47,000. After I told him, he just broke down sobbing.
Prime example of how marrying the wrong person can destroy your life. He was nothing but good to her, yet she still treated him like a predator, stealing money from him so she could ditch him the second times got tough. I guarantee her mother, who gave her the wonderful advice to steal from her own husband, is also divorced, because under no circumstance would stealing from your own husband lead to a good outcome.
Point of view is that I treated him like a predator and hid money from him for years, even when he was at his lowest. I told him that the money was a precaution I would have taken with any partner and not specific to him. He left the house to stay with his brother and said, I heard him on every possible level, but my mom says this is exactly what the money is for and should bail now.
And that's the problem.
Apparently, when a woman sets up an escape fund where she steals from her own husband to fund it, it's just for her protection. But if a man gets a prenup, things fall apart, because that's harmful to the relationship, since it implies that things won't last.
Why would I help a man get on his feet if there are men who are already standing up?
Oh, darling, I got some bad news for you. You see, as one of those men who's gotten on his feet, probably has more money in the bank than you'll make in 3 lifetimes, has been very successful, the question you really need to be asking is not why would you help a man get on his feet, but why would a man who's on his feet want anything to do with you? Because what are you bringing to the table? Oh, I know, you're going to say this. Well, I hate to break it to you, but this ain't worth what you think it is. There's plenty of this to be found elsewhere. The fact of the matter is, what you're showing to men who are on their feet is that you're nothing more than someone who's looking for a paycheck. You're looking for someone to take care of you. You're looking for someone to bear the burden for your lifestyle you think you deserve, so that you don't have to put any effort into acquiring it. The reality is this is the mindset of most of today's modern women. The ones who think that they deserve it all while putting absolutely no effort in whatsoever. They think that they are all that, when in reality, they're anything but. And unfortunately for these women, reality is going to smack them right in the face in a few years. They're going to hit that wall, and they're going to realize that all their expectations and dreams about what men are supposed to do for them isn't going to come to fruition. They're going to end up alone and bitter. And then they're going to go making videos going, where are all the men at? That's the reality, ladies. And you got two choices. You can keep doing what you're doing, which is basically what this woman is doing, or you can accept the fact that you need to start making an effort also, that you aren't all that, and that you're really not bringing anything to the table that men would really want. That is the reality, like it or not.
56% of marriages end in divorce. Like, think about, that's the ones that end in divorce.
Wow.
So how many people, what percentage stay together for the kids? Or because they don't want to give away half their shit? Another 10%? That's conservative.
Conservative.
But let's say 20% then, okay?
That's at least right.
You now have a technology that fails 76% of the time. That's insane. That's insane. That's more likely than not. 76%. If I told you there's a 76% chance when you walk out the door today you're going to get hit in the head with a bowling ball, you would not go out, or you'd wear a helmet for sure. But people just continue to get married. Not only do they continue to get married, there's a presumption that you should get married, and if you don't get married, there's something wrong with you.
Wow.
So if you've got a girlfriend and you've been with her for 5 years, and you say to someone, we're getting married, they go, oh, that's great. You know, they don't go, why? You're happy. Why would you get married? Like, everything's going fine. Why would you put yourself through that? Why would you run that risk?
Wow.
If you say to someone, we've been together 5 years, and we've decided we're not going to get married. We're going to move in together, but we're not going to get married. Ooh, what's wrong? You have intimacy issues? What's your problem? Meanwhile, 56% end in divorce. It's literally fits the legal definition of negligent.
I get my nails done with my child support check.
Oh, how lovely. Because that's precisely what it's supposed to be used for, right?
And this week it was only $23.96.
I guess one might just have to forego getting one's nails done then, and put that money where it's supposed to go, towards the children.
Should I call my baby daddy and ask him where's the rest?
Absolutely. But do ensure that you let him know what exactly one plans on using it for.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy this next video. I will see you there.